What's up, party people? So I took the chest freezer on a test drive. It did really great, really good. I came back and I discovered fuel leak. So we opened up the garage one day and it just smelled like gas, like real rich gas. So I looked under the truck, I didn't see anything, and I found a small leak. Gas is hard because it dries up, it evaporates or vaporizes before you can see it. You got to catch it in the act. So I'm probably gonna test that and to see exactly where the leak is, or maybe it's just a hose clamp that needs to get tightened. But in the process, I discovered this right here. This is my power steering hose. Right there, I discovered that is rubbing against the head, and it is almost rubbed through. So I'm gonna try and replace that. I'm gonna try and do that first because this area gets real hot. So one thing at a time. Replace that hose. It's just a simple hose. Unplug and plug in with a new one. I might have to go to the parts store. I'm not sure yet. And then after that, once I get that taken care of, where the hot part is underneath the headers, then I'm gonna try and crank it and see where exactly this fuel leak is down here. I mean, maybe it's the fuel pump, I'm not sure, but I want to be sure before I start unplugging things and that sort of thing. So that's what I got going on for right now, and so let's get to it. Just gonna have to do it with a trusty screwdriver. I should figure out where that goes to. Let's see, go underneath there. Alright, so we're taking off that hose right there, and it goes down under there. Undo that zip tie, and it comes up over the oil filter. I sure hope that's not a fitting. Shoot, it is. I'm gonna have to go get a hose. This is gonna be a bigger project than I thought. So I discovered that it's got a fitting on it, so I'm probably gonna have to get a hose made, which is super unfortunate. That sucks. I'm gonna have to go to a hose shop. So it always turns into a bigger project than you hoped. I think you just come out here and replace a quick hose and hope that I can make it. I've got an alignment scheduled for Tuesday. I hope that I can get a hose made by Tuesday. If anything, I guess just to get it to the alignment shop, I can just take the belt off the power steering and just run it the way it was. No power steering. I don't want to do that, but it's worst case scenario. I'm sure I could get a hose made today or tomorrow. But you gotta figure out which hose that is, though. Which I think it's that one. I'm gonna need a wrench. Should probably undo that zip tie. There's a zip tie down in here. Y'all probably can't see it. I don't know why I use white zip ties. That's cool. If I could just shorten it and bring it over the header, I wouldn't have to do this. But oh well. stuck on there. Fuel leak is gonna have to wait. There we go. It's probably beveled at the end, so it just doesn't. There it goes. There it goes. We got some power steering fluid coming out. Perfect. Just gonna, I think, this one can hang well. They're all drained out. Let's focus our attention on this fitting here. It's much easier. Ah, there she goes. It's tight. It's a tight little space. I think I probably did this with the headers off. Did I just round it? I can't tell. Nope. Looks like it's coming off. Alright, I got the hose off. It doesn't look as bad as I thought, but it's still pretty gouged in there. Right there. It's not as bad as I thought. I mean, I could probably put another hose over it and call it a day, but you don't want to be going down the road, especially if you're going to go long distances. You want this thing to be reliable. Power steering hose leaking everywhere would be bad. So I'm going to have to go find somebody to make me a new hose, unfortunately. That sucks. So I guess that's what my mission is today. Alright, I went to O'Reilly's. They didn't have a 90-degree fitting, so I got what they had, 4 inches longer, so that I have some room to play. We'll see how that works. I think it's going to have to come up over that fitting. I'm going to have to hold it sideways. That might work like that, but that's real close to the header. Might work that way. Maybe. Let's see. I can get that on there. Still, it's hitting the other fitting. Should I have it started? Looks like I did. Let's see, tighten it, because that might be where you want it. There you go. It helps if you can see things. sure we rub it decent. I don't see how that's going to go on there. I need a bigger hose. I need a hose clamp. I don't know where that one went to. I do not know how I'm going to get that on there. If I loosen this one and bring it down, swing it down a little bit, this one will be able to come down a little bit. It won't be so tucked high up in there, you know. I mean, it'll be a little closer to the header, but it won't be so, yeah. And then I won't have a bend. I won't be touching. But I want to see before I do that if I can like maybe open this up a little. Because this hose is not going to go around that fitting. That is really small. And these aren't just rubber. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how anyone gets that around there. It's like they gave me a smaller hose. Fitting is right. It's a smaller hose. I don't see how that goes on there. Taking a smaller hose. A 1/4 inch. 3/8. That sucks, man. He gave me a 1/4 inch hose and I need 3/8. It doesn't fit around the fitting. Alright, I went back to the parts store again. We'll see if I got it right. They gave me a 1/4 inch hose instead of a 3/8 inch hose. Who knows? Maybe it'll work this time. Yeah, I want to undo this one. Okay. There it goes. All right. I think what I'm going to do is take that one completely off and then route it the other way. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I've got enough hose. Why make it more difficult than it is? Get it away from the heat of the header. Just running along the frame rail might make a mess. Nope, not. It will not. Better drain, I guess. Come out like that. It's gotta be right. That one's a 3/8. Or maybe not. Jeez. 10/16. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There's all kinds of leakage. Okay. What do I got going on here? If I just leave that the way it is. No, you can't. You can't. You gotta undo her. Dang it. There you go. Right. Have it out like that. Might be able to do something with it this way. That header is just in the way. Just in the way. Gotta twist it to get it on there. There you go. Didn't think I'd be rerouting hoses and stuff. It's definitely meant to go down. I mean, that is what it is. It's meant to go down. I like to tuck it inside the frame rail so it'll be out of the way. Oh, this light is just in my way. Because if you have it in the frame rail and it rubs on something, some piece of metal or something, it's got to be hugging the block. It's the only way. It's super unfortunate. Oh boy. Making a mess. What was it, 11/16? Cool idea. It's not for me though. I don't know where this just got tight. I didn't tighten it. Just like wiggling around. I don't know what that wire is either. This is not what I was expecting my Friday afternoon to be like. Covered in power steering fluid. Trying to get fittings off. That ain't gonna work there either. How did you get that down there? Here you go. Top maybe that I could put it around the road draft tube. That ain't gonna work. Oy. The price we pay for power steering. Can't get that fitting on. Like once the hose gets set after a couple years, it's tough to change it unless you go get a new hose. Just having trouble getting it started now. There it goes. There it is. There it is. We wanted it moved down. I want it so close to the header. Man, I might need some header wrap. Get this one up and over, around and down. I wanted that in oil. Need to keep my wrenches nice and lubed up. Keep them from rusting. That's the way you should do it. You should always drop your wrenches in the oil. I'm practically laying on this thing now. Alright. Figure out how to get this on. That's where you want it. You need to get it on this side of the power steering line, charge line. That'll do. I don't care where it goes. You're stuck with me now. If I lubed it up, maybe I made it nice and slick. Everything's a struggle. Well, let's add insult to injury. Probably gotta take this off and spin that on first. Even with power steering fluid, it's not sliding on here. got a bigger hose. It's just not going on there.